Hey everyone, it's Apache here and welcome back to another episode of Megaquarium, the Freshwater Frenzy campaign. Thank you very much for joining me today and continuing to show your support for the series. If you do enjoy this episode, please leave a like and a comment, and if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe as well. So last episode we made a couple of tanks in here and got a decent headway into actually completing the first part of this quest, which is to get to rank 7. We're peaking at about 550 prestige at the moment, but this place is looking a little bit haphazard. So one of the first things I want to do today, just before we press play on this and set time going, is actually move this tank around a bit and move these around a bit, so that we can future-proof this bit, because we are going to want to expand into this area fairly soon. So one thing I want to do is move this just to there and place that back onto there, and that will give us a bit more space here. So if we get rid of the benches and the bins just for now, and then we can move this right into the centre just there. And then we can add these ones back onto there. And then we can put some benches in, just like that. And the bin again. And this will give us a nice opportunity to put maybe a chrysal tank or another one of these tanks in just there. So let's have a look at the chrysal tank, because that's one of the ones we are going to want to add in. Now, how big does this grow? Because that is, at the moment, a 2x3. So it grows up to a 4x4, which isn't really what we want unless we get 2 of them. So if we got 2, then we could do this similar to how we've done it in the sandbox series I used to run. So if we put them like that, in fact we'd want this one. Is this? Oh, this is lopsided, right, okay. So yeah, we'd want that there and that there. Let's actually get this looking proper. So we'd add that to that side, that to that side, and then could we? No, I think we're going to have to do it like this. So if we cancel all of these, and again we're keeping these walls in for now just so that we have room to expand, and we'll do that, and then take that bit out and that bit out. And I suppose actually if we do it like that, then that would be a perfect place for these to go, and another bin maybe in the centre of there, because we don't have any of the other stuff just yet. So if we put another bin just there, and that should cover the attractions a bit. So now we've got the 2 chrysal tanks. We don't have the... oh no, I think we do have the moon jellies now, don't we? So let's see about those. Yes, we do have the moon jellies, but that's the only thing that actually needs a chrysal tank. Now these cannot be housed with other non-other inverts. So they can only go with starfish. So we could have some moon jelly and some starfish in one of them. They grow up to 14. What size is this tank? 64. That's okay, that's not too bad. But I think what I want to do beforehand is just move these out of the way, because we know they're going to go into there, but we don't need them just yet. So we can build up our money a bit more to make sure that we've got enough to be able to sort all of this out once it goes in, because we're going to need to add these pumps onto here, and we're going to need to change the configuration of these pumps a little bit as well. Oh, I have someone Sorry, you seem to have been caught up there. There you go. So now this is looking a lot better. We're waiting for the science posters to actually be unlocked. Once they are unlocked, we will add them into there, and we will immediately get a massive boost of science, which means we're going to need to sort out the science stuff immediately as well. So all of our lionfish have now grown. That means we're actually going to get more science output than we did before. We're on 950 now. That's a lot. And we're on 650 in the ecology as well. So I think the next tank we want to add in will be the ecology stuff, if we can, other than these two chrysal tanks. And once these two are in and up and established, then we can actually start bringing this area into it here. And I think this area here is going to be for freshwater stuff. So there is the science poster unlocked. We will pick the next one, which will be the RO machine, so that we can get those this freshwater expansion done. So now I want to make sure I'm playing the game with this, actually unpaused when I add this in. So we come down to here, we can grab the science poster and we can add that in just there and add it to, oh, you can only have, right, okay. When it said you can only have one per tank, I thought it meant one ecology and one science. So if we take that out, it looks like you can only have either one ecology or one science per tank. And that will go onto there. That's that complete. RO machine has been unlocked. So we'll go for the sneaker dispenser next. And there we go. And that gives us a huge amount. We may as well keep this on until we've unlocked the sneaker dispenser, because that's the last thing we need at rank 6. And then we can just make sure we're going like crazy on the ecology stuff. So I think something we want to add into chrysal tanks is probably the best thing to do. Now these require a tank of at least 60. That's fine, we can do that. We could add 6 of these in, but no, hang on. Can you put an epaulet shark into a chrysal tank? Looks like we could actually have 4 epaulet sharks in a chrysal tank. And they would be okay. That's something to think about. We may want to do that. We were going to do a cold water tank as well, which these Balan Ras would be for. So I think let's first of all go for the Balan Ras. We'll get another cold water one, and that's for the last of the cold water fish that need to be researched. Now, do we have a member of staff that can clean? That's a question. No, we don't. Okay, so we need to hire a new member of staff with cleaning. We have Omar. Lorenzo might be a good one to get, actually, just as a general dog's body. Yes, we're going to hire Lorenzo. Benny has leveled up. We'll go for your feeding. I always find feeding is one of the best to unlock on staff. Get it as high as possible, as quickly as possible. So we've now unlocked the sneakers dispensers. So that is everything we need so far with the science. So we can now get rid of this science one, and we can add back in the ecology poster, and we'll add that back in there. There we go. And so now we'll be getting a lot more of the ecology per day as well. So we'll be able to boost this up a lot. Now, how much is this giving? Let's have a look. Plus 300. That's good. I don't think there's anything more we can actually add into this place. Let's just have a look, see if there's anything else. So we can't have a panther groupers. We already have some green pellet eaters. These are big. Eat green pellets. Love plants. Needs a tank of at least 108. We'll grow to 18 in 8 days. So yeah, I think we can actually add in... Let's add in 2 of these unicorn sturgeon fish. 1, 2. Okay, so these ones... okay, we need more vegetation. That's okay, we can get some more vegetation in. So feather calpura is probably going to be the best. That is enough, but maybe... Yeah, no, that'll do. That's okay. So yeah, we've actually added in another species of fish into here. So that is now on 350. And so now we're on 841 ecology per day, which is really nice. We're not quite at the stage yet where we can get these crystal tanks in. I just want to wait just a little bit more. Maybe until we've got the epaulet sharks unlocked. That'll be the next one we go for. And we'll add 4 epaulet sharks into one of them. And we'll see what they look like. So we have the epaulet sharks now being researched, so we can start putting these into place, at least one of them, and get it up and running. So we wanted that to be just there. Now we want these in the centre, just like that. And I don't think I'm going to add this one in just yet. But what we do want is to add this tank just there. And incredibly, we actually have already enough redundancy on this network to be able to host this one entirely. So that means the one we set up down here can be a purely redundant line for this other tank. That's going to be really, really, really nice. Because I believe that everything that we're going to put into here is going to be enough. It is going to like what we've got going on. Now what we may need to do is actually increase the filtration a bit. So what do we have? The moon jellies? Oh no, we can't do that. This is going to have to be a cold water one for this side. Okay, so both of these are cold water. So yeah, this is going to be our first cold water system. So in fact we want to no, just want to move that back out again, and we'll add this one in to there, and we will add in a pump at the bottom here. So that is in this menu. Scroll down, grab a pump, and that'll go onto there. And so now with this we are going to want some... We actually really only need one large chiller. And I think I'm willing to do that. We've got a semi-decent amount of redundancy on that. Not a huge amount. I'd prefer one more in. But it will do for now. And then we want a large filter on it as well. And we'll see how well we go just with those. And so then in here we are going to want some moon jelly. So size 64. So let's see, if we had 2 of these in, 2 of each of these in, I think that'll be okay. So we go 1 and 2. And then we put 1 and 2. We are going to need some zooplankton. So if we come to here, we can grab the zooplankton. We can add that in right there. And we can put in a staff door on the end of just there. And then that is this tank okay, apart from the fact it doesn't have anything in the bottom of it. So if we come to here, we can say this velvet horn is actually really quite nice. So we'll add some of that in. and then I think we're actually going to want and is this going to fit in there? Yes it is. Okay, let's add one of those in. I know it looks a bit strange, these chrysal tanks seem very clinical, there's no sand at the bottom of them or anything, so adding this stuff in just makes it look a little bit fake, I think. But I'm not too sure what to actually fill these tanks with to stop the people complaining that it looks lifeless or a bit bare. But that's going to give us a lot more prestige now again, and as soon as these epaulet sharks are completed, we can add this one in on this side, add it to the network, and put the sharks into it. So now the epaulet sharks have been unlocked, we can go for, I think, the Daisy Star polyps next. Or should we'll go for the Adolphi's Cory actually, because then we can start work on the freshwater and try and get all of the freshwater stuff into here. So again, now we need to pause the game to add this in to this side just here, and then add in some of these sharks. We need to add this tank onto this network and hope that we've got enough redundancy in the network to be able to house these 4 sharks. So we have 1, 2, 3 and 4. We need 20 rock. Now are we actually able to do that with the amount of space that we have? I don't think we are. We have 16 actual space in here. We may be able to with the flat slates, but that's going to be 14. No, in fact we don't, do we? We have 8. Yeah, so no, we're not actually going to be able to house all of these in here. So I think if we just get 2 of them, that's 10 that we're going to need. So if we just fill the bottom of this with the rubble, like that, that gives us enough of the rock in there. We're going to need some sand eels and some supplement. So we'll grab those. There's the sand eel and the supplement. Now my plan with this is that once we get to rank 7, I'm going to do a big overhaul of all of this, move it all around and integrate all of this in it as well. We're up to 670, 671. Looks like we do actually have enough redundancy on this line to put this tank in without actually needing to add anything, which is really nice. But we'll see once these start breaking down just how much redundancy we do have on the line. We may be able to add in another redundant line over here to add in a few more, but we can also add in some of the double filters onto this as well. So we have common starfish has grown. Delete the growth reports. This is still okay with filtration and chilling. That's all very good. What I might do is add in a tool station just over here, just so it was one close to these machines over here. But other than that, I think we're actually okay just to leave this going. Just see how far we come up. I saw we're up to 708, I think is the highest I saw there. It's going up again, 710. So yeah, we're going to need some more stuff, but we're not too far away from it. And the unicorn sturgeon fish have now grown as well. Aha, now we're getting some problems with filtration. So what we can do is if we take those ones out, then we can add in on this side 2 of those, and then on the other side we can add in 2 of those. That's fixed all that problem, but now we just need to move these isn't too difficult. In fact, I'm going to put these ones over here. Just like that. And add in a staff door just there. Plenty of access for the staff all around. Everything's now moved out of the way. Yeah, I think that's okay. Right, let's carry on. So we've now got the Adolfo's Cory unlocked, so we can pick the next research, and I'm definitely going to go for the Daisy Star Polyps now. But I want to pause the game here because I want to expand this area out a bit and get our first freshwater fish in. So we have some cold water, we have a couple of sharks, we have some lionfish in here, and we have the big tank over here. However, the next one we want to add in will be just here. Now, I want to try and do this a little bit sensibly, I suppose. What I want to do is basically mirror this bit over to here in the first instance. So what we can do is we can take down this back wall, just like that, and we can add in the benches and everything, and I'm just going to literally just mirror this over. So if that goes there and there, then we want a bin just there, and we want a lagoon tank just here. And so that's nicely mirrored across there. And then this is going to be our first freshwater tank. I think what I also want to do is bring this out like this, give us a little bit more space around this tank. So that's 2, and that one comes down to there and then across. And that will be enough space just to be able to get this up and running, and hopefully this will give us enough prestige to push over into rank 7. And that's what I want to do to end off today's episode. Basically, I want to try and get to rank 7 before we finish today. So if we go to here, we can put in just a staff door into here and one into there as well. And then we've got enough space at the back here to be able to add some benches and some more vending machines if we feel we need them. And we've got enough space back here to add in some more pumps. So that's the first, well, however, the first thing I want to do is actually change my mind completely and add in a whole other lagoon tank here. And that is for a very, very good reason. If we bring these out like that and like that, then we can put these benches into the center like that. And in fact, if we bring it down one more, then it'll be in the center of this nice little room we've created just here. Plenty of space to walk around. We've got between this tank and this tank, there's 4, and then there's 4 gap just here as well. So that's all okay. And then one of these is going to be an acidic tank, and one of these is going to be a neutral tank. So that's what we're going to get in now. If we grab 2 pumps, and we'll place one of them there for this side, and one of them there for this side. So next we're going to need the actual heating. So we'll add those in like that, and we'll add those in like that. And that gives us lots and lots and lots of redundancy with both the heat and with the filtration there. We will probably need a little bit more eventually, maybe, but first of all we want to add in the RO machines. Go to freshwater, we have the RO machines now. So this side is going to be an acidic tank. We're also going to need a couple of staff doors on the outside of here, So if we grab those, we'll place one there and one there. And then we will want to add some acidic fish into this tank here. So if we have a look at freshwater fish, we'll see what will work together. So if we actually do a search for fresh, acid, and then animal, yeah. So fresh, acid, animal, and this will give us all of the animals that are freshwater and need acidic water. So we have 88 space in this tank, so we're not too worried about having running out of space in this. I think one of the things I want to add in is this Adolfo's Cory. So we do need... This likes to share with at least 2 different species of animal. We need 5 of them, and they are size 2. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And then the next one we will want, I think, because these need a 3x3 space, we know that we're going to need to keep the outside of it, or the inside of it, nice and clear. These are going to need a decent amount of... Oh, I suppose we only need 5. However, is this going to be possible with these? Let's just add in a couple more, because I want to add these Congo Tetra, which will be... We need 6 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. And then I suppose the last one, if we add in these ones. Yeah, it looks like these Amazonian angelfish will be okay. They are nibbleable, but nothing in here is a nibbler. So yeah, we should be okay with these ones. And these are size 4. So I think if we go for 2 of these, 1 and 2. Right, okay, we need 2 bogwood and 13 of the regular vegetation. So if we go for these Java fern, and if we say just like that, then we need another 7. We need to keep the centre of it free. So if we go for these ones, we'll add 1 there, and 1 there, and 1 there. Now how are these doing with, is it these ones? Congo Tetra? Which ones is it that was worried about the plants? Did we actually put those in? Oh no, that was the Paku we would be worried about that with. But yeah, this should do that. So then we can add in a little bit of prestige stuff in the other spaces just there. So if we go for prestige and what are these called? Decorations. So actually if we go for decorations, then we can add in, let's see, is there anything we don't have yet? Apart from a palm tree, no there isn't. Okay, so we've got at least one of everything. So we'll go for a pirate chest, and we'll go for a shell, and we will go for a conch. Just that. Okay, so we've got a 3x3 space in the centre. Everything in this tank is looking like it likes it. So we need the brine shrimp and the bloodworm. So that is in here. Bloodworms go just there. And the brine shrimp, they are there. So that's okay for that. And then on this side, we want freshwater, we want neutral, and we want animals. And then in here, we can go for... That needs a 3x3 as well. We could go for a similar layout, or we could go for a load of guppies. I don't want to do the breeding and the hybridization just yet on these. I want to specialize on that later on. And we'll, because we haven't actually got into the hybridization bit yet. And I'm hoping in the next level it will actually teach us all about that. So we're going to go for some of these tinfoil barb, I think. That needs a 2x2 space. So go for 1, 2 of those. How many need to be? 3 plus, okay. So go for 3 of those. And we'll go for... let's see, what else do we want in? Actually, let's put some guppy in. Will they work together? These will grow up to size 8, so it's 24 in the tank already. Other than that, they're fine. Yeah, these will work together. These are nibbleable. These are not nibblers. So let's go for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 of those. So we need 11 vegetation. That shouldn't be too difficult. We go for something fairly similar, I suppose, in the way that we're actually putting down. Actually, no. Let's go for something different because I want some of these Amazon things in there as well, and then we can actually put a bit of, say, like a pitted column in there, and again, let's have a look at the decor. Let's add a couple of barrels in here just like that. So there is those 2 tanks set up and ready. I want to hire a couple more staff just to make sure we're on top of all of this. We'll go for fixing and cleaning, and we'll also go for a feeding one there. Now you're actually the only one left. We might as well hire you. We're doing fine for money. We're back down to 1,500-ish. But we should be okay. Everyone's coming through, everyone's been feeding. This is shooting back up. We're on 810, 820, 830, 40, 850. And there we go. There is a rank 7. Perfect. Okay. So now we have access to podiums and a lot of other stuff and mic headsets. We have a new paint that we can use. Got floating lettuce. We haven't seen that before. I assume that is a freshwater one. That might actually feed fish which like vegetables. That'd be interesting to see. And then we have a huge amount more animals and tanks. A small beach tank. Ooh. Because we have marbled serpent starfish and we have the fan shrimp as well. That's something new. Okay. So yeah, it looks like a lot of nice stuff we can be getting on with. We are going to go first of all for, let's see, what should we get? I think we should try and get a new... Let's get on top of the actual infrastructure first before we start adding new stuff in. So I think this the large double filter will be really helpful for us. So we'll go for one of those. We have a couple of reports here. Hybrid animals. Okay, so here we go. Hello, my name is Emmanuel Tosh and I'm a collector of rare freshwater hybrids. Have you heard of hybridizing? This is where you breed 2 different coloured animals of the same species to create a brand new patterns and colorations. You can do this with certain species, but you already have access to one of them, the guppy. That's right, the humble guppy can be hybridized. I'll be happy to share with you a few pointers. Later on, perhaps you'll be able to help me with my collection. So we have to breed a guppy with a new colour and breed a guppy with a new pattern. And that gives us base prestige of plus 200. Okay, so we will go for that, definitely. And then this one, Turtle Beach. Hello, I'm contacting you from a new turtle sanctuary. We have a family of eastern long-necked turtles, which we are trying to rehome. If you are able to build a suitable habitat for them, including some land, where they can sit out of the water, that would be amazing. Okay, so we'll do that next after we've got this tank. So we need to unlock the small beach tank. Sorry, once we've got this filter, we will unlock the small beach tank. We need to build a tank with land capacity of at least 3. Have it as fresh water, 15 vegetation, 5 unique decorations in it, some light and sufficient heating. And that again will give us some base prestige. Okay, here is an half shell. Wow, okay. Here is in a half shell. Turtle power. I love that shell. Anyway, that is where we are gonna finish it off for today. We do have now, we are on rank 7 and we are actually still climbing. We are now halfway to rank 8. That's pretty good. So yeah, thank you very much for joining me today. If you did enjoy this episode, please leave a like, comment and subscribe on the video and to the channel, and I will see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please consider supporting me by subscribing to the channel and liking and commenting on the videos. Thanks. See you next time.